The Arsenal legend, Ian Wright, has gone ahead to really hint out Leandro Trossard, Jesus, as unsound heroes at the club of Arsenal in the Champions League. You can as well refer to them as Arsenal's unsound heroes in the Champions League. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Second video of the day. First and foremost, I came up in the morning with the Barcelona 3 PSG 2 match reaction, and then later I talked about Borussia Dortmund losing away at Atletico Madrid 2-1, and I tell you, it's not yet over. PSG can turn it around in Catalonia, and the same applies to Borussia Dortmund can. So whoever went ahead to win yesterday isn't yet safe, but the fact is, you cannot deny it, they have 1 foot step into what we call the semi-finals. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. Let's see close to 400 likes smashed on this video because it's really important. I'm having Rio Ferdinand and Ian Wright coming out and hitting out on these people. Muslims, welcome back from Eid Mubarak, and now we are into the 6 days that is hit at fasting and fasting and fasting and fasting for those 6 days, and wish you the best of those next 6 days of fasting. For the Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, and all those that believe in the good spirits under the divine supervision of the living true God and the Holy Spirit. We really wish you the best in all what you believe in. Now, where should we start from? You know, that Champions League draw of Arsenal and Bayern Munich is not yet done. However much Arsenal is set to play on Sunday, it has not gone ahead to be exhausted to the fullest. So the manager, one of the pundits who was really on TNT Sport, that is Rio Ferdinand, came out and really talked about Leandro Trossard, who went ahead to score that equalizer that saw Arsenal go to level terms with Bayern Munich. He said, "You need to be a certain type of character to come off the bench and impact game after game. He doesn't seem to be someone who doesn't seem to be someone whose head goes down when he's made a sub. He says he's going to impact the game at some point and make it difficult for the manager to keep doing it, and he's doing a tremendous job of it." Now, he's one of the heroes that Arsenal's not going to obviously come out and really hail, because he's not this kind of player who is going to feel bad that he's off the bench. But that won't stop him from obviously coming off the bench and proving that he is really good. That is Leandro Trossard for you. You know, this season, I've seen Leandro Trossard come off the bench and really put in huge performances. One of the hugest wins that Arsenal's going to hit to get was in the Champions League against FC Porto. He never came off the bench. He started in the 43rd minute. He went ahead to put Arsenal ahead. And his composure in front of goal is really out of this world. And that's why, for me, I really hail that player. I really like players who are really talented and are not forcing things. He's a natural. He does everything perfectly. And tell me, any player who is as clinical as this guy at the side of Arsenal, you know, I assure you, get him 3 chances, he'll kill off 2. That is it. The other important goal that Trossard went ahead to score was when Arsenal was playing Liverpool. He came off the bench and the game was 2-1. Remember, however much Liverpool had a man down, they are really pressing high up the pitch to see to it that they obviously get in what we call an equalizer to force the game to go into a draw. Guess what Trossard had to do? He really did what we call a solo effort run with the ball. He took off like 3 defenders, and then I went ahead to bury that ball into the back of the net to make it 3-1 to give Arsenal what we call a comfortable lead. So this guy is one of the heroes that are really unsounded at Arsenal, and he deserves to be given his props. Arsenal fans all over the world, you should love Trossard. If you've been singing his name 10 times, you should sing it times 10. That is 100 times, because this season he's a revelation. He has gone ahead to play 8 Champions League games, 4 goals and 1 assist. And how many games of the Champions League has Arsenal gone ahead to play? 9. That means he missed out on one, and I think he might have found himself injured. But he has 5 goal contributions, breaking it down, 4 goals and 1 assist. That is Leandro Trossard, 29 years of age, making 30 in December this year, but he looks like he is still 25, and that is what makes him a very good player. In the Premier League, he has played 27 games, 8 goals and 1 assist. In the Community Shield, he played 1 game, 1 goal. So he has 13 goals this season and 2 assists. That is Leandro Trossard for you. And I don't know why his assists have been really low this season, because last season in the Champions League, he found himself last season in the Premier League, he found himself scoring 1 goal and has gone ahead to put in 10 assists. I don't know why his assists are not as huge as they were last season, but I think he's really one of those players that has gone ahead to obviously do a very huge impact at the club of Arsenal, and he deserves his flowers. Give him his flowers. He's really tremendous. And I tell you what, in the game Arsenal plays against Bayern Munich, I don't take him off the bench. I start him because of something different he brings onto the field of play as a player into that team of Arsenal. So after that was Rio Ferdinand giving Leandro Trossard his flowers. Let's go to Ian Wright, the Arsenal legend, coming in through to obviously do the flowers for the man called Gabriel Jesus. Now, he had the following to say on Gabriel Jesus' game versus Bayern Munich. He said, when he came on, he's got that kind of energy where he's constantly chasing. He gets on the ball. He's making things happen. He's either getting fouled or he's getting past people. That was something different for that back four. I would like to have seen that against someone like Eric Dyer. I would like to have seen that. By the way, I was one of the people that wanted to see Jesus play more minutes. However much the manager really benched him, I think he deserved to play some 30 minutes in, because Martinelli, the 70 minutes spent on the field of play, he was only ghosting into the game. But when you look at how Jesus was body fainting, into that central axis past the players of Bayern Munich, you would have gone ahead to think that he needs more and more and more time to sit them down and obviously create a moment that will obviously get him to where he deserves to be. And I'm really excited that he came off the bench and really did the magical bit of it. You give health to the manager and kudos, but don't you think he missed out a lot onto this guy? Because Matthias De Ligt and Eric Dyer are really weak centre backs. Jesus would have gone ahead to really tear them apart if at all he had gone ahead to get some more minutes on the field of play. Now, he added and said, Gabriel Jesus gave us something a little bit different versus Bayern Munich, because he got on the ball and he was dribbling and going past people. You could see his ability in the box confused them to the point where obviously he went in, did a bit of a skill and laid it off to Leandro Trossard, who finished brilliantly. We needed that, obviously. So this skill set of this Brazilian is really out of this world. And when I talk about Gabriel Jesus, people think that I just love him and I'm really overrating him. I tell you this, he's a world-class player. And he's this kind of player who has gone ahead to be disturbed this season by injuries. I tell you, if Jesus had found himself in a position of being fit, and being part of this Arsenal side that went ahead to commence the start of the calendar of 2024 in high gear, scoring very many goals, he would have already gone ahead to be in double figures in the Premier League. That is it. But because of the injury, he's still stuck, I think he's having 4 Premier League goals and 3 assists. That is Gabriel Jesus for you, and 4 goals and 3 assists into the Champions League. But I know exactly what he goes ahead to do. And what has gone ahead to really do him bad this season is that every time he gets in form, you know what happens? He gets injured. And I'm going to break it down after bringing you this last statement coming in through from Ian Wright. He said, I would like to have seen maybe Gabriel Jesus start the game for some reason. It's not because he came on and he just got us a little bit of something different when he got onto the ball. When the ball was on the ground, rather than Kai Havertz's physical presence trying to link play. In the first half, I would like to have seen more intricacy into more intricacy in and around their box. That's what I would have liked. That's what I would have liked to have seen. A little bit more of that. So, what this guy is demanding for is really huge, and I'm really agreeing with him. Gabriel Jesus, in that game of Bayern Munich, he would have gone ahead to start. If you saw my predicted starting 11, I went ahead to give him a go because I knew to eat that. He knows the moment. He knows the moment and knows what this moment requires. So that's why you see to eat that. Odegaard is good, but he doesn't know the moment. He has never played at this level. But Jesus has gone ahead to play at this level. That's why you saw to eat that. Even when Zinchenko came on, you saw how he behaved because he has been in these scenarios at Man City for very many times, and he knows exactly what it means to be playing at this level and is not timid to try out things. That's why Gabriel Jesus' skill set went ahead and obviously saved Arsenal on the night. Let me show you how he went ahead to obviously send these people the wrong way and found himself really laying in a very beautiful assist to Leandro Trossard. This is something that Arsenal was missing in that entire game, and that's what Ian Wright is talking about, that no player at Arsenal who was doing this, Jesus got that ball and was not afraid to go past players. And this is a no-look pass. Trossard told us that he shouted to Gabriel Jesus because he knew to it that he was free and is really one of the unselfish players at Arsenal, and went ahead to obviously do that. Now, as Jesus raised his leg to hit, this is Lea Goretzka. He thought that Jesus was going to really hit this ball at goal. Jesus went ahead to do what we call a cutback to Leandro Trossard, and Trossard went ahead to really bury that ball into the back of the net with what we call surgical precision, and it was really very nice. That is Jesus for you, and that's what you get from him. And team moments like this require special players. I tell you, moments like this require special players. And why do I tell you that he's really one of the unsound heroes of Arsenal? When Arsenal played away at RC Lens, who scored the first goal, though Arsenal went ahead to batter that game, it was Gabriel Jesus. When Arsenal was playing away at Sevilla, who engineered that 2-1 win, it was Jesus. That assist will never be forgotten. Towards the end of the first half, where he went ahead to obviously control that ball with a very, very exquisite skill, and he released Martinelli. On releasing Martinelli went ahead to obviously score that goal. And who scores the second goal? Jesus, chops inside and then goes in for curling effort to the far post to make it 2-1. Jesus has 4 goals and 3 assists in the Champions League. He's one of the top scorers of Arsenal, and now there are 3. Saka, Jesus, and Trossard all having 4 goals in the Champions League, and I think Arteta should start him in the match they're going to be playing against the side of Bayern Munich away, because he has done it in big stadiums. At Bernabeu, I saw him go at Bernabeu and really humiliate Real Madrid there, single-handedly. He saw Sergio Ramos sent off. He brought in the penalty, I think that was scored by Kevin De Bruyne, and then he scored the winner. A very beautiful header into the back of the net. He knows the moment. I think composure is one of those things that really lacked in that Arsenal front 3. And when you saw to it that when Trossard and Jesus came on through, composure became Arsenal's second name into that game. So I agree with Ian Wright on really starting this lad because he deserves to be started. And if at all there is anything Arteta should do, is to find means of starting these players, So that's what he said about it. And I tell you, these are unsound heroes of Arsenal in the Champions League that you need to give a lot of attention to detail, because they have a lot in their lockers to obviously provide to the side of Arsenal. Then Rio Ferdinand had something to mention about Kai Havertz. He said there was huge pressure on Havertz. When we talk about character of players and being the makeup of any top player, he has got that. He was questioned a lot of Arsenal fans. He was questioned by a lot of Arsenal fans. When I walk around here and anywhere at Arsenal, I always say to the fans, have you apologized to Havertz yet? They need to say sorry. They need to apologize. Obviously, Arsenal fans need to apologize, because even when he went ahead to score his first competitive goal for the club of Arsenal, these fans were like, not really, we are not impressed, But the number of times Havertz has gone ahead to cut them off the rope have been really huge. And he has gone ahead to win them very many games. The assists are really huge. 9 goals in the Premier League and 5 assists. That is not something easy. And in the game they're going to be playing against Aston Villa, he's going to be pivotal into that game. And I would like to see Mikel Arteta risking Gabriel Jesus, because if there is any player that is going to really unlock Bayern Munich, it's supposed to be Gabriel Jesus. And in that game, if it means him playing 120 minutes, Jesus has to play 120 minutes, because him and Kai Havertz should not be taken off the field of play in that game of Bayern Munich. So Havertz is really a good player, and even Arsenal fans owe me an apology, because I said this, that this player is really special. His multi-dynamism will help the club of Arsenal, something that Arsenal didn't have last season. You know, having just a player like Nketiah who can come in through and really lead the line, it's not good, you know, because there are moments that Nketiah is not going to help you, you know. Look at how Kai Havertz runs, you know, how he makes himself available. The goal he scores against Brighton, that run to the near post, he did a run like of number 9. So that shows you how brilliant this player is and how he can get himself to those levels that you've always wanted him to be. And I really love the player in Kai Havertz. He's really good, and he has a lot that he has not gone ahead to obviously offer to the club of Arsenal. As Mikel Arteta said, that he still has a lot of lockers to really unlock, you know, in his career at Arsenal, because he's just getting used to what the side of Arsenal is all about. And trust me, next season you are gonna see the best of Kai Havertz, because the best of Kai Havertz hasn't gone ahead to be seen ever since he left, is it Bayern Leverkusen, right, and came to Chelsea. At Chelsea, he was playing hot and cold, and to show you that he had not gone ahead to unlock his best, you know, in his career. He has gone ahead to score more goals and assists than he has ever gone ahead to score at Chelsea. You get? So, with 7 games to win the Premier League, you anticipate that he still has some 6 goals in him. He can even hit double figures, because I think there is a time when Kai Havertz is going to explode and really score a hat-trick. I think that time is nearing, you know? So, he's that kind of player that Arteta brought in, £67 million, took some bit of time to really click in, but when he clicked in, everyone is in sync with him. He's going to turn out to be one of the most loved, you know, and it's very, 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 very surprising that the manager who brought him at Chelsea, I think it was Frank Lampard, never unlocked him. And it's this guy known as Mikel Arteta that has gone ahead to unlock this lad. But the lad is really doing good, and I think he's really one of those that would have gone ahead to get himself an assist on a Tuesday night, because Benjamin White got a header from him and faced the goalkeeper and went in for a very naive shot. But you don't blame him. He rarely gets himself in those areas, and he doesn't exactly what to do in such areas. And I think the pressure was really so much onto him. But Kai Havertz was really exquisite on the night. But go into the comment section, tell me your thoughts about, do you think Jesus and Trossard are really the unsound heroes for the club of Arsenal in the Champions League? Would you start both of them away in Munich? I want to know that in the comment section below. And what do you think about Kai Havertz? Should Arsenal fans issue an apology to him for obviously slating him and really throwing him in the mud that he was a total waste of money? Rokani David is my name. Continue to subscribe, because we want to hit 21,000 subscribers before the end of this week, and we embark onto something else. So, the Muslims, Barakallahu fikum, the Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. And let's see close to 400 likes on this video. And tomorrow is when I'm going to do the match preview in the morning. Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Huge one that Arsenal has to face Aston Villa, one of the most strong sides in the game. But remember, Aston Villa is having a game today And trust me, it's really gonna really make them tired. And Arsenal played on Tuesday. They're gonna head to rest. I'm out. See you in the next 2-3 hours from now.